It's me, Joe Pontillo, and welcome to a very tragically special Bagel Talk via Zoom, live from, well, not live, but in the quarantine. So here we are. Thanks for being here. We have Mark with us, Mark Fentz. I guess we're gonna ask you some questions
Hey,
about
Joe.
the effects of the food industry. By the way, while I've been inside, I've been stuck with your book.
That's one of
Uh,
my favorites.
yeah, I've only read a little bit of it, but I appreciate how few pages it is. So I guarantee you, I will finish it within the next month.
Very good, very good. By summer, by the time we're all outside, hopefully you can do it.
So, how are you holding up? First of all,
We're doing well. I mean, most of all, thank goodness. We're watching everybody's health, and thank goodness. It is a strange time. I've never experienced anything like this in the time that I've lived, or certainly been in the food business. And particularly, we're all based in New York. I know you're in New York. We're in New York. It is what they call, we're starting to use all of these terms very regularly. We're in the epicenter, the epicenter of the crisis, and
yeah,
it
I
is
wanted that to mean something different.
yeah, me too, me too. But it is a strange and bizarre time. But we are, because of the nature of our business, we are uh, food supply. We're in the food chain. We're not just doing retail, local bagel stores, but we're in the production of the food chain. We supply supermarkets, so therefore we have our workers that are on the supermarket aspect of our business are courageously going into work every day, uh, and leaving their
The
family.
real heroes. I
They
mean,
are,
one
yeah.
of the real heroes.
Yeah, they are, and they are probably the undersung heroes. And to me, they're definitely heroes. They put themselves in harm's way, ride the public transportation, and they come out and they're because without them, the food in the supermarkets would, if all the food production people stopped coming to work, then the only place that's really open in the world right now, the supermarkets would the shelves would be empty, and we really would have a food scarcity. So,
Right, we'd all be rioting at a Taco Bell right now.
exactly right, exactly right. So that is sort of what we're doing. But it's been a dramatic change. I mean, I think probably 70 to 80% of the food businesses in New York are closed. Every single hotel in New York, and probably in a good part of the country, are closed right now. Sort of reminds me of the old Jack Nicholson Shining movie, right? The New York Hilton's turned into the Overlook or something. It's a strange time, but we're like everybody else. We're waiting it out.
Yeah, I've only cut through several doors so far with an axe.
Very good, very good. I'm glad your
I
name
wake
is
up every morning, but
good.
I think 7 o'clock they do the citywide applause for the healthcare workers, and at 7:15 they should applaud for the food industry workers.
I agree. I agree. They'll get my applause every day. So
Yeah.
uh,
So your stores are they're open right now, but only I guess for deliveries.
yes, we're doing pickup and deliveries, and the larger part of what we're doing is again supplying the supermarkets, and then we've moved into, you and I talked a little bit in the pre-interview, but we're doing a lot to try to fill, especially with some of the excess production. We're trying to fill a need. One of the things I wanted to talk about was, many people don't know, particularly in New York, 80% of the food pantries are closed right now. There is
Right, for the homeless.
Yeah, there is a tremendous, again, those are mostly volunteer run organizations, between people being sick and between the inability to get most of the public transportation in New York has been reduced. And the unwillingness of these volunteers, understandably, to leave their home under the quarantine has led to a tremendous food shortage and food scarcity for the already disenfranchised. So what we've done is we've been partnering with some organizations, certainly with the City Harvest and with the Food Bank, and we've been doing some work with ShopRite, who's taken on a great initiative to provide excess food to the homeless, and that's been a big part of what our folks have been doing to try to be able to help to bridge that gap until those places start opening up again.
Oh, that's great. Have you had any kind of interruption of getting things delivered or anything of that nature? Or it's all,
We have had for even for things that are shipping out of state right now. You know, New York has become it's beloved, and we get a lot of support from the people that we speak to. But there is to some degree, like even truckers that are coming in, frozen truckers. I've gotten calls from people that would normally have things either picked up or delivered, asking if we could arrange the transportation because their truckers are afraid to come to New York. You know, it's really strange in that sense. But as it relates to the overall operational sense of it, we're plugging along to the things that we need to. And for delivery wise, there is a tremendous fear on a lot of people direct delivery to home and to consumers in terms of they're doing this no contact delivery a lot of places where you sort of leave it uh, you leave it on the doorstep and run. But one of the things that we've done is we've rolled out some special programs for healthcare workers and for seniors. We know that seniors don't really want to leave their home and risk their going out, but they still need bread, they need muffins, they need bagels, they need all these things. So we've put a lot of programs in place to give them free shipping and discounts. Same thing with healthcare workers. We know that they are struggling to they have no time. But my brother-in-law is he's a doctor in hospital, and he's working 18-hour days, 7 days a week. He's got no time to go shopping for bread, but he probably still eats occasionally. So we've put a lot of programs in for shipping things to them, 50% off or free delivery. Same thing with teachers. Teachers are working like crazy at
oh
home
yeah.
in a whole different way, trying to get familiar with the technology. So we've tried to bridge the gaps. One of the things we've done now is we figured, since we're going to be working to fill the food to supply the supermarkets, that we're going to use a little bit of the excess product and excess time to be able to do something good with it, because we think that's what it's about. I mean, you keep hearing this phrase, which is abundantly clear now, which is we're all in this together, and we are. We're all waiting it out, and hopefully the things that we're doing will help make a difference to help people to just get past until this is a distant memory.
Yeah, I wanted to go out and get a bagel today just to have it for the show. But I woke up too late, so I was like, maybe I'll just print up a picture of a bagel.
There you go. There you go.
Got to keep with we had a theme going.
That's it. That's it. Well,
I think,
hopefully the people's taste for bagels will, absence makes the heart grow fonder. The demand will people will be storming the bagel stores once this crisis is over.
well, all I see open throughout New York City has been bagel stores and pizza places, which has always been the soul of the New York City food scene.
Sure.
So that's, you can always count on them. They're not going anywhere. I think people are only going to be more demanding bagels after all this. So,
Well, the bagel manufacturers have been through the tough times, right? They're coming from the tenements and coming from the Lower East Side. They faced a lot. So to them, this is a big hurdle, but it's not an insurmountable hurdle. So they'll get the bagels will find a way to survive. So
yeah,
and we look forward to all being back in the comedy clubs again soon.
yeah. I mean, well, some of us, but but yeah, that's I'm handling this okay, but I know a lot of other people are probably having low key meltdowns right now.
Sure.
So,
Sure. We would ask that if there's anybody who's having trouble getting food or has a problem or knows of anybody, any kind of a pantry or anything that is open but has a problem getting food, if they get in touch, they can always get in touch with me through our website, which is davidovichbakery.com. And that even if I'm not the right person, and even if I don't have the right product, I can probably put them in touch with a group that can help. So we're more than happy to do our part.
yeah, you're one of the most powerful people in New York City right now. So, and
I'm
you're using your power for good.
only because other than the mayor, think I'm the only person still here that's in the city working. So that may be the only reason.
I think he's actually on a ship circling New York City until this is over.
That's a hologram we see on the news tonight. So.
angered. And what's the website again?
It's www.davidovichbakery.com. If you look up Davidovich Bakery, it'll lead you to there, and then there's a contact page. You can always get in touch with me, and my name is Mark Fintz.
That's great. And are you using any services? I forget. Do you use like Seamless or Grubhub or anything?
We do. We're involved with all of those. They've done a great job again at meeting the current need for no contact delivery, things of that nature. And we have some of our own independent people that we utilize. There is a sort of always an initiative where people need to work in the economy, and there are folks that are doing delivery that are very responsible, that have met the criteria and have been willing to to brave what needs to be able to get the food out there to the people that need it the most.
Yeah, very, very fantastic. Well, thank you for all that you're doing, and thank you for making this happen today, I guess.
Great, I appreciate you doing it. I do. I really wanted to get the message out there, and I know that especially you have such a huge fan base that it would be a good opportunity to talk to people in New York and let them know that there are good things that are happening. And again, we're looking forward to the end of the whole crisis.
Yes, my fan base on the bright side still grows by about 1 to 2 people per every 2 days. So
That's great. That's great.
What we do it for.
That's perfect. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Mark.